Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1995 ECE paper, and the topic we are discussing is electronic devices. This is first 5 mark question came in GATE 1995. Look at the diagram. The diagram consisting of two PN diodes which are connected in back to back. They are connected with a 5 volts power supply. Two identical silicon junction diodes D1 and D2 are connected back to back as shown. The reverse saturation current Is of each diode is 10 power 8 amperes and the breakdown voltage is 50 volts. Evaluate the voltage Vd1 and Vd2 across the diode D1 and D2 by assuming Kt by Q to be 25 millivolts. We need to calculate the voltage across D1 and D2, that is how that 5 volts is distributing across D1 and D2. This is a 5 mark question, no options will be given. We'll see how to solve this problem. Given identical diodes is nothing but their reverse saturation currents are going to be same, and it is given as I01 is equal to I02 is equal to I0, that is Is, which is given as 10 power 8 10 power minus 8 amperes. Now this is what the given diagram. D1 and D2 are going to be the diodes connected in back to back fashion. They are connected along with 5 volts power supply. At the first instance, what we can say is nothing but diode 1, whose N side is connected with positive terminal, so that diode 1 is going to becoming reverse bias and diode 2 act as forward bias. Diode 1 reverse bias. Diode 1 is reverse bias is nothing but no current flows due to majority carriers because it is reverse bias. Only the current flows due to minority carriers. So the current due to minority carriers is always flows from N to P. So whenever the diode 1 is reverse bias, current I01, that is reverse saturation current in first diode, flows from N to P of D1. And diode 2 is forward bias. Under forward bias, current always flows from P to N side. If you indicate the arrows for D1 and D2, it looks like this one. In D1, reverse saturation current flows, that is from N to P. So this is what I01. And during D2 is forward bias, current flows from P to N. So this is I2. So both are in the same direction. So we can say I2 is equal to I01. And V1, V2, we are assuming that these are the polarities. V1, V2 are going to be the polarities. Since it is not given, we are going with this notation. Now the effective current flowing in this circuit, whether it is I01 or I2. Because I2 is due to majority carriers, I01 is due to minority carriers. But in series, same current flows that we know. So whether the effective current is I01 or I2. I2 is very large, I01 is very small. But the effective current is going to be always in smaller whenever two current sources are in series. So I effective is equal to I01, which is nothing but I2. So the magnitude of I2 under forward bias is I01 only. You can think in this way also. Let us assume the diodes are going to be ideal. How much is going to be the total current, effective current flowing in the circuit? For 5 volts, diode 1 is acting as reverse bias, that is nothing but it act as open circuit, and diode 2 act as forward bias, that is act as short circuit ideally. So D1 is open circuit, D2 is short circuit. The circuit is open, so effective current is 0. 0 current is nothing but current due to D1. So practically also effective current is due to D1 only, the D1 current is I01. So I effective is nothing but I01, that is nothing but I2. We are going to calculate V1 and V2 voltages. So V1 and V2 we can calculate. We know the one equation, current equation, I is equal to I naught into e power V by eta Vt minus 1, that can be used in the forward bias. So we can use the current equation for the forward bias diode to calculate the voltage across it. So calculate diode voltage across forward bias diode using this equation. Since eta is not given, assume it as eta is equal to 1. So for diode 2, which is forward bias, I is replaced with I2, I naught is replaced with reverse saturation current of D2, that is nothing but I naught 2 into e power V2 by Vt minus 1, eta assumed as 1, and I2 magnitude just now we have seen I naught 1, and I naught 1 and I naught 2 are going to be exactly same in magnitude, so they will get cancelled. So 1 is equal to e power V2 by Vt minus 1, e power V2 by Vt is 2. After simplification you will get V2 is equal to Vt natural logarithm of 2. Vt is given as 25 millivolts in the question, so that if you substitute that value you will get V2 as 0.0173. Once you know the voltage across forward bias diode, we can calculate voltage across reverse bias diode using KVL for this loop. Apply KVL for this loop to calculate the voltage across reverse bias diode. Calculate V1 from KVL. Apply KVL plus 5 plus V1 minus V2 is equal to 0. Minus V1 is equal to 5 minus V2, that is V1 is equal to minus 4.9827. From this one we can conclude entire voltage will be drops across reverse bias diode, very small amount of voltage will drop across diode 2. Voltage across forward bias diode is 0.0173, which doesn't even make a complete forward bias, so that current flowing through this diode is very small. Because if it is germanium, if the diode is germanium, the diode requires minimum of 0.2 volts, that is cut in voltage for diode, to become forward bias, whereas for silicon it is 0.7 volts. If you compare 0.0173, which is very small even compared to 0.2 or 0.7, so irrespective of the diode, whether it is germanium or silicon, the current flowing through this diode is very small, it is negligible. So entire voltage is dropping across diode 1. Under reverse bias, the voltage across the diode is approximately equal to applied voltage. Under forward bias, the voltage across that one is very small. So V1 is minus 4.9827 and V2 is 0.0173 for the polarities we have chosen. If you choose opposite polarities, the values will become opposite. That is nothing but polarities will get reversed, not the magnitudes. Thank you.